Once a zucchini, struck by lightning and turned magical. Shy and anxious, it guides lost heroes through secret tunnels. Music type, maracas. Surreal mix of elephant and cactus, walking on two legs, always wearing just one sandal, and often seen checking his wristwatch. Powers: can manipulate time, foresee events, and control plant life. Backstory: the mystical guardian of the desert who has faced off against legendary beings like Berber Povim and Tong 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 Sa. Sound: deep bass drum. A living night patrol drum with a bat in hand and a tongue like a whip. Powers: uses his tongue for fast, accurate attacks. The tongue strike. Backstory: veteran of the Crocodile War. It's said if you ignore his call, he'll find you. Sound: drum machine rhythm. Piero despised Grandma's spaghetti and flushed it away daily. Cursed for his waste, he became Spaghetti Toaletti, the pasta ghost of toilets. Now he haunts those who disrespect meals. Music type, electric guitar. Half sushi, half penguin, a warrior of the Nigiri Noag clan. Banished for showing mercy, he now drifts across icy lands, seeking redemption. Music type, bellino. Dharma from Java delayed school too long. After vanishing, he returned ghostly pale, now haunting abandoned classrooms. Appears in dreams to remind, never skip your destiny. Music type, organ. A blueberry octopus fusion, graceful and wise. Powers: wields the tentacle of justice, deadly and venomous, but she's a pacifist and never uses it. Backstory: once a Roman princess, born in the Mediterranean in 44 BCE. Now, a symbol of mercy. Sound: babies cry. An armored mole tank used in the meme wars, designed to crush steel and tunnel deep beneath enemy lines. A relic of war now buried beneath the fields. Music type, drum kit. Born from a lightning-fueled fusion of RHINO and toaster tech. Constantly overheated, his toast punches can melt steel. Music type, splash cymbal. A muscular milkshake with a tragic love story. He danced for cappuccino ballerina, but she chose another. Now he twirls solo on moonlit rooftops. Music type, espresso DA. A romantic who tried resurrecting his lost love through dessert alchemy, now cursed to live as a sweet slice, delicious and forgotten. Music type, flute. A shark with 3 legs and blue Nike sneakers roaming the ocean floor on foot instead of swimming. Powers: can clone himself with precision and leap across incredible distances. Backstory: native to the alien beaches of Sahura. Married to the charming Tralolita. Sound: bright steel pan rhythm. a fusion of cat and apple intended for fruit battle squads, became a peaceful wanderer, now serenading villages in Mexico. Music type, double bass. A hybrid of a ballerina and a cappuccino cup, graceful but moody. She was in love with Cappuccino Asino, but their love was destroyed by his jealous sister, Espressona Senora. Later, she had an affair with Tong 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 Sahur, but never forgot her husband. Music type, synthesizer. After 72 hours of non-stop Tetris, he entered a cursed level. Now he swaps places with players who fail, dragging them into digital limbo. Music type, digital voice. Tiny and aggressive forest guardian. Throws stones at intruders, but respects those who pay tribute. Loyal to Burr Burr Parapim. Music type, glitch. A sinister mix of frog and tire. Where he goes, fear follows. Powers, moves with unstoppable speed. No one has ever found a way to stop him. Sound, ghostly choir. A hybrid of a lemon and a bird, considered a harbinger of misfortune. Always hovering in the background skies, watching wars unfold but never taking part. Has the ability to predict fate. Music type, drum machine. A fusion of prehistoric power and nuclear energy. Born in a dystopian lab, he now guards the ruins of civilization. Music type, explosion sound. A sneaker-wearing orca, born during a pirate shipwreck. Fierce, stylish, and deadly. Arch-rival of TRALALERO. Music type, synthesizer. Widow of Arabico, the espresso king. After his death, she inherited a cursed cafe chain and a pact with a coffee demon. Music type, digital piano. Mutated banana who believes he was the first to conquer the universe. He emerged from the surreal realm of Italian brain rot. Music type, trombone. A rat satellite hybrid who crashed from brain orbit, leaks top-secret data and exposes conspiracies. Close with Spiniro Golubro. Music type, snare drum. A rebellious beaver from lawless woods. Backstory: chose crime over construction. Fought alongside birds in the Croco-Avian Wars after crocodiles invaded his home. Sound, bluesy guitar. A restless hummingbird hybrid with a storm of energy. Powers: wings whirl so fast they generate vortexes that draw in anything nearby. Backstory: once a regular green bird, his fate changed after drinking a mysterious potion, tragically defeated by Bratapim. Sound, rapid conga beat. A bizarre creature with the body of a bear and the head of a fish. feeds exclusively on mosquitoes, produces a strange, irritating hum that gradually drives others insane. Music type, explosion. An all-seeing observer who never interferes, only watches. He appears when destiny locks in and nothing can be undone. Music type, guitar. A hybrid of a watermelon and a crocodile, created in a lab as a military mutant. Has a powerful crushing bite that can tear through metal. Once the lover of the moon giraffe, he led a squad of fruit-based mutants. Music type, piano. A powerful orange-skinned being, once human. Powers explodes when angered, leaving only a crater full of citrus. Backstory, became what he is. After swallowing orange seeds, died tragically in the jam forest, hunted by sentient jam. Sound, haunting piano. A cactus-hippopotamus hybrid. This ancient desert guardian has stood still since 1801. Anyone who touches him gets pricked by his massive thorns. Music type, bass. A giraffe with a watermelon body, wearing brown boots and an astronaut suit. Lives on the moon. Acted as a peacekeeper during the Croco-Bird War. Abilities, gravity jump and a defensive head beam. Music type, ride. Chef, crab, bracadabra. Half human, half crab. Originally from Sicily, born around 1939, was once a fisherman. In order to save the village, made a deal with a sea witch, exchanging soul and recipes. Since then, became a crab demon. Uses a cursed frying pan, floats, and speaks in ancient languages. He can be summoned at 3:33 a.m. with a special spell. He declared neutrality in the battle, opened a bunker restaurant between worlds, secretly supplied mind control spices to the crocodile troops. Music type crash cymbal. A non-stop bouncing hybrid of chimp and banana. Powers. Spreads banana peels everywhere, turning his path into a trap. Sound. Whimsical synthesizer. A skeleton with a smartphone for a head. One day he lost connection, and ever since he's been doomed to wander the world in search of Wi-Fi, absorbing time as he goes. Music type, clarinet. A parched titan found an ancient iced tea in the desert. Upon drinking it, he merged with the spirit of cold and now rules thirst. Music type, vocals. A peaceful cow-shaped creature encircled by planetary rings. Powers. Her rings allow her to move or influence space. Her long, resonant moo can hypnotize. Sleeps upright, suspended in her rings. Backstory. A cosmic guardian whose mere presence brings calm. Sound. Metallic ride cymbal. A failed hybrid of a croissant and a deer, born from a bakery lab experiment gone wrong. Confused and flaky, it wanders the forests looking for butter. Music type, chorus. Born during 2031 oil cleanup experiments, this hybrid rebelled. Now self-aware, Octopussy swims deep in the abyss, hiding from humanity. Music type, electronic voice. Created in Zuccherini Alta as part of a wellness experiment to help kids with anxiety. Due to a programming error, he developed military instincts and escaped the lab. Music type, piano. A hybrid of a capybara and a coconut. Washed ashore after a storm and now lives on the fictional islands of Sahura. Former partner of the cappuccino ballerina. Ability, can freeze sound and movement. Music type, synth. Grapefruit tiger hybrid. Created as an ideal warrior. Sprays grapefruit juice into enemies' eyes and emits a calming scent that lulls opponents into a false sense of peace. Music type, xylophone. A former hero turned elite assassin. Backstory: once an Avenger, now entangled in the underworld under the queenpin Espersona. Fell for her sister, the ballerina, but betrayal shattered everything. Now he lives only for revenge. Sound, digital mallets. A catfish fusion with 4 human legs, capable of both land and water mobility. Powers, moves faster than any creature alive, walking and swimming at the same time. Backstory: a fearsome predator who devours anything that stirs, above or below the surface. Sound, sharp, synth, pluck. A monkey tree hybrid with hands for feet and forest wisdom in his soul. Powers, delivers powerful ground slams, the mighty Pip-Im strike, and devastating jumps. Backstory: forest protector with a love for Feijoada, blocks, fruit, and Minecraft. Sound, wooden cabasa clatter. A bizarre, cold-blooded mix of camel and fridge. Powers: freezes everything around him when riled. Walks calmly over lava, untouched. Backstory: born from a thunderstorm after a soda river swallowed a caravan. A freezer struck a lone surviving camel, giving him life. Udin Din Din is his mortal foe. Sound, eerie organ hum. A goose bomber hybrid created by military engineers. He escaped on the day of launch. Nearly indestructible, but tends to overheat. Abilities: torpedo beak and the goosionic core. A dangerous power source that grants great strength but causes madness. Music type: industrial bass. A dolphin banana hybrid, clever and cunning. Powers: emits a high-pitched sound that confuses foes and scrambles their senses. Sound, ethereal voice. Ancient kitchen spirits, one of salt, one of honey. They appear in kitchens and argue over recipes, making food either too salty or too sweet. Music type: chorus. A moss-covered forest creature with large eyes and long limbs. Enjoys solitude and watching butterflies. Master of camouflage and quick movement. Music type, percussion. A jellyfish-grape hybrid. Legend says grapes fell into the sea during a solar eclipse and turned into this memory-feeding being. Its beautiful appearance attracts, but touching it causes memory loss. Music type, ambient. A glowing-eyed being of goat and spaghetti, ancient and mysterious. Powers. Draws upon old forces to defend against spiritual corruption. Backstory. Born of strange alchemy, he is both sage and warrior. Sound. Sacred vocals. A hybrid of a pomegranate and an owl, the most secretive of them all. When someone gets too close, he explodes in a burst of fruit. Music type, vocal. A hybrid of a bird, a Roman soldier, and a berry. Born in the shadow of the Colosseum. Joined the bird faction after crocodiles destroyed raspberry fields. Abilities, disorienting scream and explosive raspberries. Music type, steel drum kid. A war machine. Crocodile fused with a bomber aircraft. Backstory. Hero of the Croco-Avian conflict, led his people to victory before being betrayed by his own brother, Bombini Guccini. Sound. Explosive burst. A horse piano hybrid. Plays music on its own body. Some believe it contains the spirit of a legendary musician. Its music causes enemies to lose coordination and intelligence. Music type, classical piano. A teapot human hybrid with the power to awaken everyone within a 15-meter radius. His brother is Tong 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 Sahur. According to legend, if he sounds 33 times in a row without interruption, time will start to repeat. Music type. Electronic mallet percussion. A backward-moving hybrid of cat and shrimp. Powers, can lash foes with his tail and leap backward instantly with his reverse dash. Backstory. A failed crocodile ally who survived a disaster and evolved into something stranger. Sound, jazzy trumpet. A volatile blend of chimpanzee and avocado. Powers. Fires his pit as a weapon, but often loses balance because of it. Backstory. Terrified of bananas despite being part fruit himself. Sound. Xylophone tinkle.
I don't think you'll be able to click on the next video before time runs out.